Before we get started, please watch this intro. We met in 2017, but did not start chatting until about 2019. I was living in West Texas. She was from the Philippines. And although the Philippines is a beautiful, beautiful place, it's not quite that easy in order to get married. You see all that red tape right there, the two hearts trying to get together? Well, guess what? That's what the Philippines is like. A lot of red tape in order to get through and jump through hoops in order to get married. So here's what it takes in order for you to have your cake and eat it too. As a foreigner, there are 8 different things that you have to acquire or present to them before you get married. And the Filipino, there are 5 different things. And I'm going to list these on the screen so that you guys will be seeing. And at the same time, you can be looking at the videos of our wedding. Okay, the first one is Cinemar, and what that is a certificate saying that you are not married. The second requirement is that you have to go to a marriage seminar, and what they're going to do is they're going to ask you a couple of times in that, are you planning on bringing your wife back to the United States? They always ask that. And we had about 4 different people talking to us, and they also go through family planning or birth control and what you plan to do in your marriage. Next is Sedula, which is just a tax that you have to pay. Fill out all the paperwork again and pay them a tax. That's it. Next, you have to have copies of your birth certificate or baptismal if you're Filipino, and that. And then after that, you're going to have to need 2 2x2 pictures each. Number 6 is a strange one. Capacity to contract marriage. Now this, we were told that we had to go to the Manila embassy in order to get a letter from them saying that we can get married. And so we were kind of puzzled about that, thinking we're going to have to travel all the way up to Manila. Come to find out, we ended up just calling in, and they said, no, they don't do that anymore. And they just sent me a sample letter. So we typed that up and saying that, hey, I'm eligible to get married. And we just got a notary. We paid a notary to notarize it. And that's what we did and got it going. You definitely have a lot of paperwork to go through in order to get married. And one of the final things was I was divorced over 40 years ago. And so when I presented them with the paperwork, they didn't accept it. They're going, no, because it did not have the words finality. So they wanted the words finality in my previous divorce. And is like, hey, this was 40 years ago, and they were comparing it to a contract that they saw, a divorce contract from California that was like 5 years ago or something. So most recently, but I said, hey, mine was 40 years ago. They just didn't use that kind of language in that. So it took a long time for them to get it and finally accept it and go with it so that we could get married. The last and final thing was photocopies of the front page and the date of entry and on your passport, and you had to provide that. Now we were finally able to get married and go see the judge. As you kind of saw, we did a civil and not a church wedding, and that we had a reception at the Siriaco Hotel, which was really nice. Had a couple of pools. $200, and it provided all the food for the day. And we just kind of chowed down and had a good time, enjoying and happy that we finally got married. So it is something that we've been looking forward to for a long time, having the family and friends and Happy wedding day. Thank you guys for watching. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave it down below. Give me a thumbs up. Bye.